Tonight we crown the champions in the APFL, the WRL, and we get to name our general manager of the year. We will reveal the final standings of our FSA Sunday Ticket, and we'll let you know what's next for Fantasy Sports Alliance. All of that and more in 20 seconds. Hey fellow fanatics, welcome to the Fanatically Real broadcast, sponsored by Sport Management Solutions, your one-stop shop for all your athletic communication needs. If you're out there tonight, please give us a shout here on our award show, which is the last show for the 2025 season. I saw Jason was on already earlier, and even my kiddo Taylor was out there saying hello to Jason. Taylor, if you're still out there, hello kiddo, how are you doing? All right, so tonight we get to celebrate in an incredible 2025 season. So we've got 5 awards that we've got to hand out tonight. We're going to hand out, like we said at the top of the show, the APFL champion, the WRL champions across all 3 tiers. We're going to crown our general manager of the year and then show you the final standings for the FSA Sunday Ticket. And then again, like we said just a few seconds ago, what's next for FSA? So let's get into it. But oh my gosh, I've got a lot of people coming on right now. It's going to take a little bit for everybody to show up, I think. Hold on for a second. I got a looking sharp tonight. I very much appreciate that, Tracy. Let's see. Erica says looking good. Thank you, Erica. Katie B says, hey there. Appreciate that as well, Katie. Paul's coming up here in a second, and then I'm not exactly sure. Oh, okay, now it's the other Katie B. It's hard to see your face over there where it says Doodle Bugs, but I appreciate it, Paul. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, brother. And then other Katie B saying hey as well. It's hard to see your little picture down there, Katie. I didn't realize it was you. All right, so let's start off with this APFL championship. So 32 teams, 4 years of competition in this league, and we got to watch this team make history. So the Denver Mustangs and their general manager, Cody Wallinger, have won back-to-back APFL championships. So congratulations to the Denver Mustangs on your 2024 and 2025 APFL championships. So let's talk a second about the WRL Tier 1 championship. This is the big one. This is the Wizard Redraft League. 48 teams this year in the league, 4 regions, 12 teams per each region. One of the most competitive WRL seasons we've ever had. I'd like to say we can attribute that to make sure I do this right. We can attribute that to everybody getting to select where they wanted to play this year. So I think that was pretty cool. Something a little bit different for us. But after 13 weeks of regular season play, which included a doubleheader week and 4 weeks of playoff, we have our champion. And it is Turd Ferguson and their general manager, Jason Norris. He is your 2025 WRL Tier 1 champion. Oh, Gratz says, it's Gratz here, let's go. I appreciate you telling me that it's you this time, man. I appreciate that. Paul says that he feels underdressed in his PJs. He's been laid up in bed all day. Oh, man, I hope you didn't get the crud. It seems to be going around everywhere right now. Everybody seems to be feeling under the weather just a little bit. So I hope you start to feel a little bit better. So let me give you a little stats about Jason winning this. So he finished the regular season at 10-4. He made it to the Red Dragons regional playoffs as the 2 seed. There was 3 teams that went. He went as the 2 seed. He won the region by taking out the Red Dragons regular season champion, who was the Unicorn Legends. He battled through the playoffs that included beating 2 number 1 seeds, one of them being the Unicorn Legends, the other one being the Monarchs, and then made it to the finals to go against last year's champion, Ted Lasso, who was making his 2nd appearance in a row in the finals. And Jason came out on top. This is the championship that matters here in the FSA. This is the one everyone's chasing, and he got it done. I'm going to put his graphic back up there again. Congratulations to Jason. Turd Ferguson is your 2025 WRL Tier 1 World Champion. All right, so let's talk about Tier 2 and Tier 3. we didn't just crown the one champion in the WRL. We ended up crowning 3 this year. So we have our Tier 2 and Tier 3 champions, and they definitely deserve their recognition. So your Tier 2 champion is the Warbirds and their general manager, Eric Penny. He put together a strong season, closed it out with a championship, and well done. He ended up making his entry back this year as far as money goes. So he got to play all of those weeks and got to play basically for free. So congratulations to Eric. And then our Tier 3 champion was the Coolidge Scorpions and their general manager, Randy McCarty. So he battled through a Tier 3 bracket, earned the championship, put up massive points in his championship. I think across all 3 tiers, put up the most points. And he is, the rest of us here in the Cerberus region are proud of you, brother. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to all 3 tier champions, Turd Ferguson, the Warbirds, and Coolidge Scorpion, your WRL champions. So this next award is the most prestigious award here in FSA. This is the General Manager of the Year award. Let me see if I miss anything before I go off on here. Paul says he caught something over the weekend and my flight's back. Oh yeah, always, man. So it's funny, years ago, we had a doctor tell us that if you're ever going to be on a plane, on a cruise or anything like that, where you're going to be around a bunch of people who are coming from all over the place, there's no doubt you're going to get the crud. So one of the things the doctor told us to do was take zinc before that goes down. If you take zinc, usually that helps out quite a bit. Kind of taking that to heart, and it's helped out quite a bit. All right, so General Manager of the Year. This isn't just about winning your league. So it's about how you manage your team all season long, draft decisions, waiver wire pickups, trade execution, weekly lineup optimization. Everything counts whenever you're getting voted in for the General Manager of the Year. And the best part is that it's your peers that are voting you in. So this year's General Manager of the Year is Jason Norris, Turd Ferguson. So he's got 2 awards in one night. He's got the WRL Tier 1 Championship and now the General Manager of the Year. I think as of cutoff at noon today, we had 18 votes. He had 10 of those 18 out of the 4 general managers that were eligible to be voted on. So Jason, your peers recognize the work you put in all season. This is the award voted on by the people you competed against, and they chose you. So congratulations on winning the General Manager of the Year award. Very well deserved, my friend. All right, so let's see. Xander says hi, so that must be my sister out there. Ace McLovin 69. I can only imagine what that stands for. But hi to Xander, and if Jesse and Addie are out there as well, hello to both of you as well. All right, so 2 more pieces of business we got to talk about. One of them is the FSA Sunday Ticket final standings. So this was a new concept to us this year. Credit goes to Damian Scott for coming up with the idea. So thank you to Damian for this. It was a great contest all year. It was so funny how it became about. Literally was on the way to a Girl Scout event and something popped up on my TikTok that I liked. I sent it over to Damian. I said, I really like this thing. I said, I would straight up steal every bit of this and put this as a bit on FSA. And he goes, I have an idea for something. And he goes, let's do a pick'em contest. But instead of just giving 1 point per game, you have to assign confidence points based on the number of games that you have for that year. And since we were working on automating the website, which was also in its infant stages of trying to get it going, I thought, I wonder if I can make this happen. And literally in the drive to the Girl Scout event, which had a little bit of a distance to get there, and on the way home, the concept was built. It just took us about 4 days to refine it and 5 more days to just make us comfortable with it. So from concept to reality, it was about 9 days. So really appreciate that and being able to put that on this year. Really fun. So 32 people participated in it. Went all the way to the last week of the NFL regular season. There was 9 teams that still had a shot of catching the number 1 guy. That's how competitive this thing was. And whenever the dust settled in week 18, we kind of had a little bit of a photo finish. So Cody Wallinger, The same guy who won the APFL championship scored 82 points in the final week. It was the second most points for the week, but it was just enough for him to sneak past Matt Brown and win the FSA Sunday Ticket, and he won it by 1.5 points, 1.5 points. That was the margin of victory in a season-long competition. So had we not done that with the confidence points, I do not believe it would have been that close. So great competition all season long. Congrats to Cody, and thank you to everybody, all 32 of you that participated in this. All right, one more piece of business before we get out of here for the night. We're just about to hit 11 minutes. It was Jeremy's account, and that's awesome. Still would love to know what Ace McLovin 69 meant. But I'm glad that you guys are still using that account. And Xander and Addie, hello again. All right, so one more piece of business for the night. Need to talk to everybody about what's happening next with FSA, and specifically what's happening with our Discord server after tonight. So tomorrow, January 9th, Friday, the Fantasy Sports Alliance Discord server is going to get a new name. It will no longer be Fantasy Sports Alliance. We're going to go back through and use one of our old acronyms that has kind of been recycled a couple times around here in the FSA. And we're going to use the logo as well. And everything is going to change over. And it's going to be the F3L. And the F3L this time around is going to stand for the former FSA Fellowship Lounge. So this is for all former FSA members. We are definitely reusing the acronym one more time and the logo again. So here's the deal. 2025 season is over. We're not competing anymore. But for anybody who wants to stay, and when I say we're not competing anymore, we're not competing anymore. 2025 season is done. And when I say this, we're not coming back for 2026. But for anybody who wants to stay connected, who wants to keep the community that we've built here alive, we're going to transfer the server over to a Hangout space instead. So this will keep you all from having to exchange telephone numbers or personal contact information if that's not something that you're comfortable with doing. You will still have the Discord server. It's just going to have a new name and new logo, and it's going to be the F3O. Again, the former FSA Fellowship Lounge. So after the Super Bowl this year in February, if you're still on the server, but you haven't engaged with anybody or haven't reached out to me saying that you want to stay, I'm going to assume that you're just inactive. Either you've deleted the server, this one, and we still see you pop up because you're on Discord, which I think is a thing, or you deleted the app but didn't take yourself out of the server before you did that. We've got a lot of dead and inactive people in there right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to assume that you're not active, don't want to be active in the group anymore. No hard feelings. I'm just going to clean up the server, and I'm going to remove the folks who aren't participating. So trying to get it down so we have no hanging chads, and we just have the people that are in the server that want to stay in contact with each other. We'll talk NFL playoff football. We'll talk baseball when the season starts up. You know, when football starts up next year, I'm sure there are a couple people that still want to chat about things as well. So that's what the server is going to do. So tomorrow it will switch. I can't give you a definite time of when it's going to happen yet. What I'll do though is I'll make an announcement in the community channel first that says, hey, per last night's episode, this server is about to get a new name and a new logo. So if you don't know at that time what I'm talking about, that might be a good time to come back over and watch the show, or come over and watch the show. But if you don't know what's going on, then you're probably going to ask the question, what's going on? I'm just going to point you to the show and have you come over and watch it, maybe the 14-minute mark. So that's it. Big announcement. We gave out 5 awards, 5 champions, different Mustangs going back-to-back in the APFL. Turd Ferguson winning Tier 1 of the WRL. Warbirds and Coolidge Scorpions taking home their tier titles. Jason Norris sweeping the WRL championship and getting General Manager of the Year. And that's it, folks. That is our 2025 awards show. Also, definitely got to give one more shout out to the FSA Sunday Ticket and Damian Scott for introducing that to us. A really cool concept. I'm glad we got to do that. So what a season. What a year. what a 32-year ride we've had here at FSA. So I would like to thank all of you for watching the Fanatically Real broadcast sponsored by Sport Management Solutions. Thank you to the Recast, the official music of the FSA for all of these years. That's it. We're going to cut off the cameras. We're going to enjoy the rest of our evening. I want everybody to have a good night. And I want you to remember, we have been fanatically real.